A DNA that combines the value of invention, art and industry. The 3-century history of the Maimeri family. What for you is a lovely flower is to me an agreement based on pink lacquer, pale blue on white and tin yellow slightly cooled by emerald, while never ceasing to be a flower. In fact, what is art but a way of seeing, a way of doing? The culture of seeing and acting cannot be improvised. It is transmitted to us, almost like a genetic makeup, by our closest milieu, our family, because it is cultivated and grows in all of us. The history of the family of Gianni Maimeri will allow us to fully understand art, industry and invention. In the early 1800s, Antonio Maimeri, engineer, mathematician and inventor, experienced the symbiosis between seeing and acting and passed it on to his only son, Leone. He, who in the meantime had become an enlightened industrialist and prolific inventor, sharpened his inherited wit, taking part in a bold project for the Mont Blanc Tunnel. For a long time he led the cotton mill Borghi in Varano, where he expressed his awareness to workers with one of the first social assistance systems for employees, and revolutionized the way of weaving with technical and industrial expertise. From his happy marriage to Zoe Bouffier, daughter of a great French industrialist, 3 sons came to light, Gianni, Carlo and Antonio, who immediately found themselves in a middle-class and eclectic environment, offering them illuminating experiences and knowledge. Carlo immediately showed a great passion for chemistry, which led him to successfully achieve a degree at the University of Zurich. His career was very successful from the start, and soon he found himself managing major research projects for one of the most influential pharmaceutical industries in Europe. Art, however, is what really inspired young Gianni, and it was precisely in the majestic Venice, home of the fine arts, where he began his associations with the most influential painters of the period, immediately establishing himself as a brilliant artist. Passion for art dominated his life, and it was precisely thanks to this that Gianni met the person who would be firstly his muse, then his partner for life, Anna Dossena. The brilliant mind of this artist was tireless. Gianni worked on and on to improve the compositional aspect of oil colors with the use of polished and sophisticated raw materials, and thanks to innovative chemical and mechanical processes, looking for the best color rendering for his works. Our passions are inherent, they belong to our DNA, and the passions of Gianni and Carlo Maimeri were destined to meet. The will of the painter to discover and constantly refine the technical aspects of his works, together with the chemical expertise of Carlo, pushed the men to continuous tests and trials to obtain the optimum formula that maintained the beauty and genuinity of colors unaltered over time. Facing this great discovery, the 2 brothers decided to attempt a business adventure. In 1923, the color factory Fratelli Maimeri was set up in a bond that inextricably tied art, innovation and industry. Gianni himself designed the company logo as well as the first advertising posters, keeping steadfast his studies on color, while the factory was coming to life little by little at Mille Blondel. And again, in the Maimeri generations, the artistic DNA that have always bound the members of this family was reflected in Gianni's children, Zoe and Leone. Little Leone showed great artistic talent, following in the footsteps of his father, while young Zoe established herself as a world-famous pianist. The crisis of '29 loomed, and Fratelli Maimeri contracted a large debt, but art helped revive the industry. Gianni Maimeri settled the debt through the sale of his best works, and Fratelli Maimeri could successfully start again. The following years were for the company Maimeri years of great progress. They moved production to Roggia Carlesca, and the activity continued very well, despite the advent of the Second World War. On March the 31st, 1945, however, during the last bombardment of the city of Milan, a bomb destroyed the Maimeri factory. But art, as well as industry, is perseverance, and not even this tragedy stopped Gianni Maimeri, who immediately decided to sell some of his most important works to finance reconstruction, working day and night, driven by one goal: to rebuild his factory. For Leone, it was time to join the company. The young man, who had in the meantime graduated in chemistry in Milan, was encouraged by his father to take up the management of what was for that time one of the most important Italian industries. November the 25th, 1951, represented a sad turning point for this story, where passion, commitment and expertise, art, industry and innovation are woven. Gianni Maimeri passed away unexpectedly, leaving to his son Leone and the new partners, the family Agostoni, the management of the company. Thanks to the brilliant entrepreneurial skills of the latter, Fratelli Maimeri grew continuously until it became a successful industry, leader in its field. Now came the years of economic boom for Italy, and the company expanded its production space by inaugurating a new plant in Mediglia near Milan, an advanced plant equipped with the best technologies. Leone, very attentive to environmental issues related to production, decided to install some water purification plants, also pursuing prevention policies for the health of its workforce. And again, in accordance with the values of tradition, from the union between Leone and his wife, Maria Antonia, was born Gianni Jr., who in the early 90s joined his father in the company management. Fratelli Maimeri doubled its space and became a joint stock company. Anna and Giacomo are the first two children of Gianni Jr., who do not detract from the DNA of the family Maimeri, starting from the beginning to paint with the same passion as their grandfather. Since 1997, thanks to a project by Gianni Jr., Maimeri Incorporated has been accompanied by the Foundation Maimeri, whose aim is to divulge the artistic thought of the painter and founder Gianni Maimeri. In 2006, the family Maimeri widened again. From the second marriage of Gianni Jr. with Silvia were born the twins Leonardo and Edoardo. This is the history of the Maimeri family. A history that stretches across 7 generations, linked by a thread called art. Since 1993, Maimeri has been committed to the dissemination of the concept of the quality of made-in-Italy products, where beauty and the purity of colors continue to be the basis of all Maimeri products, with constant attention to the choice of raw materials and production processes. Even in the digital age, the attention to color and its perception remains a fundamental and essential element that pushes Maimeri employees and researchers to work with the same commitment, with the same passion that marked Gianni Maimeri throughout his life. This is the history of the Maimeri family. A history linked to art, to invention and industry, as in a DNA that combines the values of tradition and innovation.